First, Tony Vitello is leaving, and now this. What's up, everybody? TM Fanatic here. Hope you all are having a fantastic day, and welcome to another post-game reaction. In this one, I'm continuing my coverage of my Tennessee Volunteers. Frustration, anger, all the negative emotions that I can just think of right now. I would describe this game right here. Tennessee loses to Alabama. Oh, it stings. 37-20. Lots of stuff happened in this game. Lots of stuff that I want to talk about. Let's talk about the game itself, because this was highly anticipated. You know, we got a big-time ranked matchup right here. Number 11 versus number 6 in Tuscaloosa, Bama, trying to get their revenge from last year. Our Vols just trying to keep the win streak going right here. So with all that being said, I knew that Alabama, they were going to come out of the guns blazing right here. So first quarter, Tennessee has a 3-and-out, crap. And then Bama, they have an 11-play, 91-yard drive. And like this whole drive right here, we got tons of highlights on just Alabama's first offensive drive of the game. Simpson, he has an 18-yard pass to Cuevas to avoid a safety, my goodness. And then Ryan Williams, he has a 31-yard catch. And Colton Hood, again, I know that a lot has been asked from him. Like, our secondary has been banged up all year. But Colton, like, you got to know better, bro. You got to turn around. Like, when he has his arms out like this, just turn around. Use your body. Just jump up. Go and get that thing. He's got to do better. And then 3rd and goal, Simpson to Horton, touchdown tied. And again, I was expecting this just a little bit, not a knock on the Vols, but we got to respect Alabama. I mean, we saw this last week against Missouri. Their first drive against the Tigers, they went 11 plays for 78 yards, scored a touchdown. So, you know, I was expecting it. I tried to keep my composure, and I think I did a pretty good job. At least for this first portion of the game. Man, did Tennessee test me early on. In the first quarter, I thought our run game, it was almost non-existent. Joey, he had to make these, like, long throws to, like, Brazel, Kitzelman, whoever, just to keep the drives alive, because our run game was not doing anything at that point. And hey, yeah, look, I love the long throws, I love the long bombs, but I think for playing Alabama, I think we needed some drives that were more methodical, just picking apart their defense. Well, we had that right here. Vols have a 10-play, 78-yard drive to start the second quarter. Staley, he was absolutely clutch on this drive. He had a 30-yard catch, and the catch in the end zone for the touchdown on the 3rd and goal. So tie game, we are back in it. But once again, these Tennessee Vols, they're not letting me celebrate. They're not letting me just stay in the moment of happiness and joy, because look at this. 2nd and 18, Staley, who just got the touchdown. He is called for offensive pass interference. So we go back. And then Joey, oh my goodness gracious, intentional grounding in the end zone. That's a safety for the Alabama Crimson Tide. And you know what? If Alabama just beat us like straight up, that's one thing. But here in these moments, that's us beating ourselves at that point. Like, we have to know better in those moments. And again, Alabama, they were already beating us. So we didn't need them beating us, then us beating us already on top of that, because they were rolling. Their offense was rolling. Bama has a 7-play, 69-yard drive. Simpson, he's finding Brooks. He's finding Bernard. These guys are wide open. Wide open. Our secondary was getting absolutely shredded. And I'm not, you know, folks, I'm not the biggest fan of zone defense. I'm just throwing it out there. You know, sometimes, like, it's just better to just be in front of the man. Face him one-on-one. Your best against our best. Not this zone crap. Because apparently, Simpson's finding his guys wide open. So Jam Miller gets a touchdown. Now Tennessee, I thought at first, based on our final drive right here of the first half, like, we looked like we were going to respond. I mean, we have a 15-play, 74-yard drive. We are driving down, baby. Kitzelman, he has a huge fourth down catch, and then Aguilar on third down. He has an 8-yard run, 39. Joey, he takes it himself. He runs short of the first down. I would have liked to see Joey just show maybe a little bit more efforts on this. Like, it just kind of looked like he stepped out of bounds when he could have just made one more football move to get that first down. I mean, look, Joey, dive, like, extend the ball. I don't know. Just, like, do something right there. I don't know. I was expecting a little bit more better from Joey on that run. That would not, to my surprise, and perhaps to other Vols fans out there, that would not be the most dumbfounded thing that Joey would do in this first half and on that drive. So going back to that drive, fourth down, Bishop, once again, clutch, baby. We get the first down, we move the chains. Unfortunately, Deshaun could not do it as we were getting closer and closer to the end zone. Stopped short of the goal line, and so here it is, right? We have an opportunity to at least walk away with points. If it's not a touchdown, big deal. You know what? We were right there. We were neck and neck with Alabama. I would have taken the 3. And then, yeah, look, I get it. I know we were that close, but we had to come away with points. Points on the road are crucial, especially in college, especially there. So I was thinking that a field goal would have been the smart move. Just say, don't be too cute with it. Don't flirt with danger. Just take the 3, go to the locker room, and feel good. Feel good that you ended the first half with a score. But guess who ends the first half with a score? Is it us? Oh no, but Tia Fnatic, how could that be? Y'all were on the 1-yard line. I'll tell you how it happens. Joey, the last play of the half. Joey, what's his throw? What is that? He underthrew it. His pass is picked off by Xavier Brown, who takes it all the way the other way into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama, to end the first half. All of that work, all of those great fourth down plays, all of that, gone. And what's worse, not only do we not score, Bama has an extra touchdown. So on that note, we head to the third quarter. Now, what I will say is that, again, even though that first half ended disastrous for us, I don't think we could ask for a better start than we had to the second half. Then right here, baby, Bama has a 3-and-out, and then Tennessee, we drive right on down there, just 4 plays, and then 2nd and 12, Deshaun Bishop, he has a 44-yard run, touchdown Vols, we go for 2, and Joey Aguilar, actually prior to this, I was watching this with my dad, and he was like, Joey, do not throw a pick. He throws a pick on the 2-point conversion. But, like, hey, it is still a close game. It is only a 10-point game. But in the second half especially, I feel like there were a lot of missed opportunities for us to get some more points on the board and turn momentum back our way. I mean, 3rd and 10 on the 40. Simpson, he fumbles the ball. We recover. So I'm like, okay, here it is. Our offense is back in business. But we don't even do anything on that drive, and we have to punt. And then Alabama, oh man, they make us pay. They have a 9-play, 99-yard drive. They drive all the way down the field. And on this drive, Bernard and Wilson, they were slipping off our defenders like they were made of butter. Absolutely ridiculous and inexcusable. And then Simpson finds Rico Scott for an 11-yard touchdown. Finally, Tennessee, we get back on track. We have a 13-play, 75-yard drive. Bishop, again, was just borderline unstoppable. He had a great second half. Big props to him. And I think it's fair to say that I think, like, both teams had just poor tackling overall in this game. But hey, you know what? I'll take it any way that I can get it at this point. So we end that drive in the end zone. It is back to a 10-point game. Could we get back in it? Maybe. But then Alabama, they have a grueling 10-play, 75-yard drive. Takes up over 5 minutes of precious game time in the fourth quarter. Eventually, they would score on that. And once again, Alabama wins. Their fourth straight win against a ranked opponent. And I'm not a big believer in karma. I don't really believe in all that type of stuff. But this kind of seems like, just a little bit of karma on me because, I was writing off Bama. And perhaps there were some other fans as well that wrote off Bama after that loss to Florida State. I was like, okay, that's it. No more Bama. It's over now. We don't have to worry about them. And then they just pop off win after win after win. And as for Simpson, he had a very strong performance in this game. He was 19 for 29. 253 yards, 2 touchdowns, and I'll just throw this out there. If he keeps playing games like that toward the end of the year, I feel like he could easily be at that Heisman ceremony. Absolutely. As for our quarterback, Joey, certainly not his worst game. Certainly not his best, though, either. Again, just after that horrible underthrown ball that was returned for the score, it was just tough for us to get back in this game. Again, we did score, but I feel like a lot of that was a testament to our run game. Deshaun Bishop, he had 14 carries, 123 yards, 2 touchdowns. So, thanks to the run game, we were able to stay in it, but it just wasn't enough at the end of the day. For Tennessee, I'll break it down like this. Coming into this game, we averaged 48.2 points per game. In this game, we didn't even get half of that total. Joey was also sacked 4 times, which was shocking to me because our O-line had only given up 4 sacks the entire year, and Alabama just equaled that total all in this game. So again, Joey, our offense, not our worst day, but not our best day either. But I actually have an idea to help us do better in games like this. Now, just hear me out on this. We make every single play a 4th down play. Just hear me out on it, okay? Because Tennessee, we were 4 for 5 on 4th downs in this game. We were clutch when it really, really, really mattered. So, you know what? I'll throw it out there. Let's have every single play be a 4th down play and just watch us have just great drives over and over and over again. But on a more serious note, let's talk about this Tennessee Vols defense right here. A group that started off the year red hot. They looked fantastic. In our last 3 games now, the Tennessee Vols defense has allowed more than 30 points in each of those games. Our last 3 games, the Vols defense has given up more than 30 points. And the year is only going to get tougher. We still got some good opponents to face right here. We got Kentucky up next, who took Texas to the limit. So who knows what can happen there. And then we got Vanderbilt at the end of the year. Oh my goodness, who got a big-time win beating number 10 LSU. Nussmeier crying on the sideline, and Diego Pavia looking like a Heisman contender himself. And you know what is crazy to me is that we're living in a world where Vanderbilt has a better record than us. We're in the twilight zone, folks, but I just really hope for Joey's sake, for our defense's sake, that this was just a learning experience for us. This was another bump in the road toward where we want to go. A national championship. So hopefully, again, Joey, Tim Banks, our defense, we just learn from this and we move on and we do better. But fans, that is going to do it for this post-game reaction. Thank you all so much for watching. If you all enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, and you can join our Fanatic Army. And honey salutes to all of you as always, and I hope that all of you have a fantastic day. Go Vols!